Tani, plenty of fight from the girls there in that second half, but was it just a case of letting the Blues get away early?
Yeah, exactly that. I thought we came home really strong. We knew we made some really crucial errors in that first half, and it did us in that first half. So we just need to be better than that. I think we can fix those crucial errors, and I think it changes the game. You know, you saw how well they fought in the second half, and you know, we were so close with Emma Manselman going over and knocking on the line, and yeah, we were pretty close there.
Was it a surprise to see the Blues come out, I guess, in hostile conditions like this and fire early?
No, definitely not. It's Origin. Like, we knew they were always going to come out strong, and that's footy, and we know what sort of playing group they've got together, so it was always going to be a tough game. But yeah, just a little bit disappointed from my end around the first half, around the errors, I think, from us, and we just couldn't get back until we had that break at half time, and yeah, we fought back into it in the second half.
What do you put those errors down to? Is it just a lack of sort of match play?
I just think it was just poor execution errors, I think, in the end, and yeah, it's just something that we can fix, and definitely going into game 2.
Ali, what did you make of the first half? It was sort of 2 quick tries from the Blues, and it felt like maybe you guys were a little bit shell-shocked with their really quick start.
Yeah, it just came down to probably our errors, like Tani said. They've got a team that can score points all over the park, so you're going to give a good team the ball, and you're going to expect that. So we tried to come out of that in the first 10, but yeah, just letting them get away to it. You know, like we said, if Emma scores that try, it's 22-18, and it's a different ball game. But yeah, we got to learn from that. That's a kick in the butt to us. So yeah, bring on Newcastle.
I think the line breaks in the end might have been 6-1 to the Sky Blues. Is that another part of the game that they felt like, especially in the middle, that they were opening you guys up quite easy?
They just got strong ball carriers. You know, Jess, Izzy, Chapo, those girls out there. So we need to put an emphasis on around them. We've spoken about what they can do, but you know, we hold the ball and they're fatigued. We gave them too much ball and ended up fatiguing us, but you saw towards the end that they got quite tired. So we know what we need to do next game.
Just a disappointment with the result, but another regular crowd. Just good to see so many people here to support the game.
My answer? Yeah. It was so cool. I know you shouldn't look at the screens, but I looked up and saw that, and it just makes you so proud to play the game. We love the game, and to know that Brisbane showed up and cheered, and you know, the crowd is so awesome. Me and Izzy spoke at the end and just said how awesome was that. Whether the result didn't go our way, it's a pretty cool feeling to know we just played in front of 25,000 in Brisbane and set a new record, and no doubt we're going to go to Newey and set another record, so bring it on.
Obviously last year you got the job done in New South Wales in game 1. Is that going to be the mentality now then to come home and hopefully clinch the series in Townsville?
I think it's a nice challenge to go to Newcastle. They're definitely not our friends, so we'll go down there, and no doubt they'll be on the Blues' back, and we've got so much to play for. You know, this team's been together before, and that loss will hurt, so no doubt we're going to get back up for the next one.
I don't want to force you to describe something, you know, after this loss, but just that first experience running out in front of that crowd, can you just take us into what you were feeling at that point?
Really emotional. I've played the game for quite a while now, and to run out, and we had Karen Murphy come in and talk about the history of the game yesterday, and it just means so much that I've got the opportunity to do that, and I played alongside some of those girls that only wish they could run out there in a 3-game series. So this team's pretty special, and it's going to go a long way in the history books for being the first team to run out into a 3-game series. So yeah, I'm super grateful, and I got to look up and see my family there. It was a pretty cool feeling.
And there was a bit of almost a classic Lang Park comeback tonight. Didn't quite get it done though. You were very close there with getting over the line. What was the feeling like in the side at that point?
Well, we're never going to give up. That's one thing we're never going to do. We're Queenslanders. We fight till the death, and you know, that try goes our way, and it might be a different ball game. We spoke about effort, and we probably just got shell-shocked in the first 10 minutes, so it didn't come down to lack of effort. They hadn't played footy for a while, so I think they got out of the field and just ran riot for 10 minutes there, but once they settled in, we started to find some cracks. So yeah, credit to them, they played well, but yeah, we'll be back.
This one's either for Tani or for you, Ali. We have spoken, you know, about you guys being shell-shocked potentially in the first half. Izzy mentioned just before how everyone was writing them off, wasn't really giving them a chance, and you've just said how they didn't play too much footy leading into the game. Were you guilty of being complacent, maybe?
No, absolutely not. Like I said earlier, you can't underestimate how good New South Wales is. So, they've got some fantastic players, and we were definitely eyeballing the ones that we wanted to make sure that they didn't have an impact. And unfortunately, like Ali said, the first 10 minutes, we just let them get away with too much and gave them too much ball, and they capitalised on it. So it's something that we can fix for game 2 for sure.
Tony, you talk about a couple of things maybe falling a different way in this game, maybe goes a different result. Does that mean that you do maybe?
Nice.
Does that mean you do maybe stick solid with this team, or do you look to make changes?
Oh, look, it's something we have to assess and have a look at. I think, we brought in effort the whole way along, and this team is a really solid team, and what we've got off the field is second to none. So, yeah, of course, we want to have a look and see whether we can fix things, but at the moment, I think what they showed in that second half just shows how they deserve to be here. And Mackenzie Wheel on debut was outstanding. I thought she had a really good game, so I was really happy with her, and she's now a Maroon, so she should be really proud of her efforts. But yeah, I think at this stage I can't see any changes, but you never know with injuries and what might happen over the next couple of weeks, so we'll have a look at it.
I guess a lot's positive thing being said about the 3-game series. I guess I'm relieved in a way you don't have to think about aggregate scores or anything. You know what the stakes are. You got to win the next 2 games.
Yeah, just win, mate. That's all it's about. We talked about winning all 3. Now we've got to go and have a look at it, and we've got to win the next 2. That's just no doubt about it. So, to finally get the 3-game series, Cam, is something that Ali's talked about. I'm super proud. Walking in here, I had goosebumps. I was lucky enough to play here as well, and to have about, I don't know how many were in the crowd then, probably about 100, but now, we're sitting here with 25,000 people here. I'm super pumped for the girls. Now we get to play it out. There's no points aggregate. Now we get to play it out and win the next 2 games.
Are there any injury concerns? Just Bassie, just it's all?
Not at the moment. They're just doing all the medical reviews now, so we'll just have a look at it and see what comes up after that.
Sorry guys, just thanks to the NRL2 for putting this on. 3-game series. We're very appreciative as players, and for you journos coming in here, I've sat in front of presses and there's been one person, so thank you so much.